Hey everyone, it's Charlotte from Silence Tech. Welcome back to the channel. In today's PC build tutorial, I'll be showing you step by step how to install a CPU AIO liquid cooler. Whether you're working on a new gaming PC build or upgrading your old AIO cooler, this guide will walk you through the entire process. By the end, you'll know exactly how to mount your radiator, install the pump, connect the fans and get your PC cooling setup running the right way. If you've never installed an AIO before, don't worry, this guide will be simple and clear, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to install an all-in-one CPU liquid cooler. Before we start, make sure you have everything ready. You will need the mounting hardware that came with your cooler, unwrap it and organise the bolts and screws into separate piles. You'll only need a single Phillips screwdriver for installation and nothing else. It's also a good idea to have a clean workspace and a small container for screws so nothing goes missing during the process. Next, decide where the radiator will go in your case. Most cases support top, front or sometimes bottom mounting. Check your case as we will be installing a 360mm variant today, but some cases only support 240mm while others go up to 480mm. A single 360mm radiator holds 320mm fans. Test fit your AIO to see how the pipes will flow and to make sure the CPU block's orientation is correct, so the logo or screen isn't upside down. This guide features a brand new AIO from Montech, the Hyperflow Digital 360, with a 360mm radiator and 3 pre-installed 120mm E28 ARGB fans. There's also a 260mm model. The AIO measures 397 by 120 by 27mm. Top mounting usually gives the best airflow, but front mounting can help with aesthetics and compatibility. Some CPU coolers come with pre-installed fans, while others require manual installation. Airflow direction is important. Most fans have arrows on the side showing which way the air flows. If you're mounting the radiator to the front, you'll usually want the fans pulling cool air in. If it's on the top, you'll want them exhausting hot air out. Make sure fan cables point towards your motherboard for easy cable management. If your cooler doesn't come with pre-installed fans, screw them onto the radiator, making sure they align correctly. The Montech Digital 360 comes with 3 pre-installed E28 ARGB PWM fans, each running up to 2200 RPM for maximum airflow and cooling performance. Once your fans are mounted, place the radiator into your chosen spot and secure it with the screws provided. Most 360mm coolers require about 12 screws for stability. I'll be mounting this one at the top of my case. Take your time here, don't over tighten, just make sure it's snug. Ensure the fan cables face the motherboard side for easy cable management later. Now let's move on to the CPU block. First, check your cooler's instructions for the correct mounting bracket. Since Intel and AMD sockets differ, attach the correct bracket before moving on. My cooler comes with an Intel bracket pre-installed, but normally you just remove it and slide on the AMD one if needed. The Montech Hyperflow Digital 360 includes both. Next, check if your cooler has pre-applied thermal paste. If not, apply a pea-sized dot in the centre of your CPU. Spread it into a thin, even layer using a spatula or card. Don't stress about perfection, just ensure even coverage without spilling onto the motherboard. For the next step, you may need to install a backplate behind your motherboard. Align the backplate and secure it with the included bolts. Some boards already have one, in which case you'll just use the provided thumb screws. Now, carefully place the pump block onto the CPU. Ensure the hoses don't strain. The Montech Hyperflow Digital 360 has a high efficiency pump running at 3100 RPM. Align the block with the mounting holes and gently press until the thermal paste makes contact. Keep light pressure on the block, then secure it with the thumb screws by hand. Finally, tighten them in a cross pattern with a screwdriver to apply even pressure across the CPU. With the pump mounted, connect the cables. The Montech Hyperflow Digital 360 has 3 main connectors. An ARGB 5V 3-pin for the pump lighting, another ARGB 5V 3-pin for the mounted fans. Connect these to your motherboard's ARGB headers. You'll use RGB software later to control the lighting. A USB 2.0 connector for the display screen. Plug it into your motherboard's USB 2.0 header. Montech also includes a hub with their 3-pack of E28 RGB fans, allowing all fans and ARGB connectors to run through one device. Lastly, connect the 4-pin fan cable to your motherboard's CPU fan or AIO pump header, usually near the top right. Before powering on, double check all screws, cables and connections. Ensure the radiator is secure, fans spin the right way and the pump is seated properly. Power on your system and check BIOS to confirm the pump is running and CPU temps are safe. The Hyperflow Digital's block won't light up until Montech software is installed. Don't panic if it's dark at first boot. The software is basic. You can swap Celsius and Fahrenheit and monitor CPU or GPU temps, but still a nice feature at this price. Download your Motherboard's RGB software, ASRock Polychrome, Aurora's RGB Fusion, MSI Mystic Light or Asus Aurora Sync to control fan and case lighting. The build looks great overall, especially with the LEDs set to white. And that's it. Your AIO cooler is fully installed and ready to go. I hope this video helps anyone installing an all-in-one liquid cooler, whether for a new gaming PC build or as an upgrade. If you found this guide useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more PC building tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, enjoy your cooler, quieter gaming PC. Have a good day, bye!